because really the way it all started out was in the 1990s, it was all about everyone was auditioning for a sitcom. And if you and I were, if I showed up to audition for a sitcom, I'm like, oh, fuck, Bradley's here. He's going for the same part. Fuck that guy. You know, it was because it was like, that could change your life. If you got that sitcom, now all of a sudden you're fucking huge and I'm still like struggling to pay my rent eating ramen, and it could have been me. And so there's this like serious resentment that happens in the 1990s because everybody, like the golden carrot at the end of the stick was the Tonight Show, or, you know, hosting if you could get your own late night show. Oh my God, he made it. He's a host of the Tonight Show. That was like the thing that only one person could get. And then there was like the sitcom. Like if it really worked out, they'd make a sitcom around you and you'd get a development deal. So there was, people would psychologically backstab people. People would talk shit to people before they went on stage. They would try to hijack their fucking mind right before they, like, really, it was dark.
Crazy.
And then the internet came around. And then the internet, instead of people being your competitors, they became not just your friends and not just your colleagues, but also an asset. Because if you're doing a podcast and you've got your funny friends on, then your podcast is better. And then if you tell people about their podcast, then their podcast is better. And then you go on their podcast and that's better. And everybody benefits from everybody else doing well. So it completely reversed the system. And then it became much more about being supportive of each other. And then everybody kind of realized, like, hey, it's way more fun when we're all having fun. And since the television thing kind of died off, the sitcom thing kind of died off with reality shows. And then it was really just more about getting clips up on the internet. And then you could just upload specials to YouTube, and it became this way more collaborative, supportive environment. And then Ari Shaffir took that we had kind of like established in LA and brought that to New York, and a lot of those guys ran with it. I felt like in the movie you guys nailed, which is a realistic aspect, a realistic portrayal of what it's like, where a bunch of people they were all busting each other's balls.
You could be supportive and still honest. That was the thing. There's no lack of honesty or criticism. It's just, it's not done with the hope that for your demise. That's the difference.
Yeah, I think the 90s like poisoned a lot of comedians. It poisoned them because it gave you this idea that the whole thing was about a means to an end, and that end was a sitcom. And everybody thought you just had to get a sitcom, got to get a sitcom. And that was what everybody was working towards. There's people that were developing their entire act based around a persona that they could sell to the networks.
Were you doing stand-up before your sitcom?